Hey everybody, welcome to my first video haul, movie haul. I don't know, I haven't done one of these yet, but I've been watching a lot of people do these. So I don't know, I thought I'd try it. I don't plan on doing any editing because I'm not good at it, so I'm just gonna kind of roll with it, show things off, kind of talk about the videos that I got. This it would have been like 2 days ago. I hit up a couple regular thrift stores that I hit up usually, I don't know, once every 2 weeks or so, just to kind of see if they have anything new that I haven't collected. I really started collecting physical movie copies back in like January, even though I've still had like a good collection from years and years, but I just canceled Netflix, just trying to like own different movies that I've been wanting to own that I just kind of relied on streaming. So I'm just gonna kind of go through that haul. I'm gonna start with Slackers. This one's one of my favorite like 2000 comedies. Great cast, huge Devon Sawa fan. And then also you got Jason Schwartzman, also hilarious. And then you have James King, who's an Omaha native, which is pretty neat. I own this on VHS as well, just because it's a little nostalgic factor having it on VHS, because I would always rent it all the time growing up. Great movie if you haven't seen it. Maybe hasn't aged well like most 90s and 2000, early 2000 comedies, but if you can look past that for what it was at the time, it's still very humorous. Next got Matrix Revolutions. You know, not the strongest movie, but you know, the trilogy's interesting. There's a little, I have a little theory that I'll get into probably at another video about how the Wachowskis weren't like like they weren't originally going to make the Matrix. They had another plan of doing a Plastic Man movie based on the comic book, which was also going to star Keanu Reeves, but that got shot down, so they started writing The Matrix. So I have some theories on that that I'll get into later. I'm just trying to get the whole series, since it's a fun franchise. This next one is a 4-pack with you get all of The Nightmare on Elm Street 1 through 4. I've never seen any of them. I just remember growing up being totally freaked out and creeped out by the idea of someone killing you in your sleep. But as an adult, I've grown to enjoy horror a lot more. So I'm excited to kind of go down that rabbit hole. I'm usually not like a big slasher movie person when it comes to horror. I usually tend to stay with like comedy horror or like thriller horror. But since it's a classic, or at least the first one, I'm sure all of them are. I mean, they're called classics. Next, Black Xmas, another great 2000s horror slasher sort of comedy. I don't know, it's got it's got a great cast from the time. I had just seen this for the first time back in October when I was doing my Halloween horror movie watch. So I'm excited to own that one. Next is Saw. I'm not a huge fan, like I said, of like the gore slasher stuff, but you know, this movie was pretty interesting for its time when it came out. Just the concept alone. I've only really seen this one once, which is interesting because I saw 4 first in theater before I saw anything else. So I'm excited to revisit that one again. Next is I Love You Man. Totally classic buddy comedy. I just love Paul Rudd and Jason Schwartzman in this. Just their like bromance is hilarious. So I'm excited to own that one. I know that one's typically on streaming, but it's nice to have that. Then we have Varsity Blues. This was another great, I don't know, sort of rom-com? I don't know. Maybe not a rom-com. A serious comedy. But I I loved Dawson's Creek growing up, so James Van Der Beek was a total crush for me. And then it's an MTV production movie, which I'm going to try to, one of my goals is to own all the MTV produced movies. I already have Dead Man on Campus, which is one of my favorites, huge classic. Then I also own, there's another one that was like a made for MTV movie that I haven't watched yet, but I'll eventually get to that. I can't remember the name of it. There's Something About Mary. I've never seen it. Not a big Ben Stiller fan, but I know this was a huge hit when it came out. I'm sure this does not age well, just from the time and the little gags that I know from the movie, but I'm interested to watch it. Next up, Inherent Vice. I have not seen this one, but I hear it's really great. I enjoy Joaquin Phoenix. And, you know, it also has Reese Witherspoon, Jenna Malone, Maya Rudolph. You know, it's a huge cast. So I'm really excited to see this one. Let's see. I found this Blu-ray triple pack with The Goonies, Gremlins, and Gremlins 2. I love Gremlins. I collect different little gremlin things, not like a huge collector, but when I find things, I like to pick them up if they're reasonably priced. This did not actually come with Gremlins 1 on Blu-ray, but I did already have Gremlins on DVD, so I just threw it in the case so that it holds it in there really nicely with the Gremlins 2, which I didn't own before, so I'm excited to own that now. Then I picked up a couple movies for my son. Got Dr. Seuss's Horton Hears a Who, which is a fun one. And then Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. You know, J.K. Rowling, shitty person, but you know, these movies were fun. I never read the books growing up, even though they were coming out at the time of my youth. It just sucks that J.K. Rowling just came out as being a really shitty person. Then let's see, moving on to my VHS pickups. I got The Bourne Identity. You know, I've only really seen Bourne Identity and Bourne Supremacy, so that's like the third one, I believe, or fourth one. So I'm not too familiar with the franchise. But I'm excited to rewatch this one again. 8mm with Nicolas Cage. That came out when I was, you know, pretty young, and it had a lot of like stigma behind it since it was It's basically about this dude that finds like snuff films. So I never saw it, but you know, Nick Cage is a cult classic actor. So interested to visit that. I saw this one that seemed very intriguing. It's a Marshall Silver's self-hypnosis training video. I know nothing about him, I know nothing about this, but I feel like it's gonna be a weird fucking watch, but it should be fun. And then huge pickup, Batman, Mask of the Phantasm. Kevin Conroy, best Batman, in my personal opinion. Did the voice for did the voice for all the animated series and then a few of the movies that came out later. R.I.P. I do own this on like a DVD double pack that my friend Corey gave me for my birthday a couple of years ago. So I'm excited to own the physical VHS, since this is also very nostalgic for me. And I also found this. I know nothing about it, and I can't find anything about it, but I plan on watching this today. It's Apollo 13 marketing promotional reel. It barely has any tape, so I'm assuming it's got to be like a trailer or some behind the scenes type thing. It says not for sale or rental, but for trade use only. So, I mean, I paid 98 cents at Goodwill for it, but I don't know. It should be an interesting watch. If you know anything about it, let me know. Like I said, I tried Googling it, went on eBay, can't find anybody selling it, so I don't know anything really about it. And then last, these were 3 that I just bought off of Depop. I just started looking there recently for VHS. I hadn't been on there for a long time because I just thought it was like really just people selling clothes, but a work friend tipped me off on checking out Depop for some VHS. And so I found this 3 VHS lot that I got a pretty good deal. Got the Pee Wee Herman show, the HBO special, which I just watched that for the first time on Max last year, which was super funny. Then I have Pee Wee's Playhouse Festival of Fun. I'm not too familiar with what this is, but it looks like it's just, it says it's a live action video cassette, but it looks like it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 episodes. I don't know if it's the same as like what was on cable or not, but you know, just a cool little collector thing to have. I do have the whole series on DVD that I just bought last year, since Netflix removed that, and that was like one of the things I watched pretty regularly. I was like how everybody watches Friends, like that was my Friends, was Pee Wee's Playhouse. Huge Pee Wee Herman fan. Also very sad about Paul Rubens passing away. But just a comedic weirdo genius that I love. And then Pee Wee's Big Adventure. The case for it was pretty haggard, so I ended up having a blank hard case that I then kind of designed its own little packaging for, using some images that I found online that I thought that would be like a good little like VHS cover for it. So I'm excited to own that, because weirdly enough, I don't own this on any physical media. So I'd need to get a DVD of it, or a Blu-ray if that exists. I don't know, I'm still new on the Blu-ray avenue, so you know, if you know any good high quality copies of Pee-wee's Big Adventure, let me know. Yeah, so that's my first video of my movie hauls. I plan on doing these more often as I've started picking up on collecting more. I also have, I'll be doing some other videos. I don't know, just trying something new, something different each time. So thanks for watching the video. If you want to follow along, please do. I'm a huge nerd about like comics and zines, and movies and music, so I plan on kind of sharing those things. So yeah, well, all right, see you next time. Bye.